Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Another great episode of Stovetop Yum Yum. Today I'm going to teach you how to make individual little meatloaves, and this episode starts right now. So here are the ingredients for our yummy individual meatloaves. I'm using breadcrumbs, half a cup of milk, half a tablespoon of paprika, half a tablespoon of chicken base powder, a quarter of a tablespoon of salt, have black pepper, we have half a tablespoon of onion powder, garlic powder, 2 eggs, half a medium onion, and 4 pounds of 90-10 ground beef. That's right, 4 pounds. You're probably wondering why it's 4 pounds. Well, because we love leftovers, meatloaf sandwiches, and this is why we're making them individual. It's so easy and so yummy. So let's get cooking, and I'll meet you at the stove. So we're at the stove. Our oven, is preheated at 350 degrees. I'm going to use a cookie sheet with a baking rack, and I put foil under it. You're probably wondering why I will put my meatloaf on a rack. Reason being is all the drippings of the meat will go under the below the rack, and we're going to use that to make our gravy. Yum yum. For today's dinner, I'm making individual meatloaves, which you are going to love. Yes, it's a lot of ground beef, but yes, it's also yummy leftovers that you don't want to miss, you guys. Today's individual little meatloaves for dinner, we're going to accompany it with some instant mashed potatoes and some vegetables. So let's get cooking. I'm going to go grab my gloves. I'll be right back, and I'm going to show you how we're going to easily mix the ingredients into our ground beef. You don't want to miss it. I'll be right back. I'm back. I have my gloves on, and here is our 4 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to lower my camera. This is so easy to mix. All right. So first thing we're going to do is grab our spices. We've got our chicken base, paprika, our salt, black pepper, our onion powder, garlic powder, half a yellow onion. Now you're probably wondering why I'm using milk. You're probably wondering, like, meatloaf and milk? That's my secret. Let me just pause for a minute and let you know that milk is my secret to the juiciest, most delicious meatloaf ever. You're probably wondering why, and most of you already know why. The acid in the milk will make the meat juicier. So we're going to crack 1 egg at a time in our little bowl. In my little bowl, make sure that they're good. You don't want to ruin all your meat, so you always check. All right, egg number 1 has passed the test. Egg number 2. Okay, beautiful. Egg number 2 is beautiful, you guys. All right. This is actually pretty fun. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use half a cup of milk. So I'm going to pour. This is all like dumping everything in here and then mixing it. Something very important that you don't want. Now we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Yeah, that was about a cup, sorry. About a cup. I can just eyeball it. I've made it so many times. So let me lower my camera and show you this. Keep in mind, though, it's very important to know not to over-mix your meat. It'll become very dry. You can't over-mix meatloaf. Pretty perfect. Look how easy that was. Okay, so our meatloaf is mixed. Now we're going to grab each. We're going to make, you know how we usually get in a pan, you make a big meatloaf and put it in the pan and put it in the oven? The standard shape. This is what we're going to do here. We're going to make our individual little meatloaves. This is yummy, you guys. So simple and so yummy. I don't put anything fancy. I just use these ingredients. Oh my goodness, my mouth's always watering. So I am going to continue to make all these. And when I come back, I'm going to show you what they look like before we put it in the oven on the rack. And you guys, yum yum. The smell in here is going to be ridiculous in a minute. So I'll be right back. You don't want to miss it. I'm back, and our meatloaves are done on the pan. Now don't forget your cookie sheet. I cover it in foil and I spray canola oil with my spray. And I spray the rack because you already know, for me, everything sticks. So now I'm going to show you how beautiful these look. Let me show you. Look at that, you guys. Look at these beautiful little individual meatloafs. How cute is that? So remember, we're going to, I mean, it's only two of us here now, my husband and I, and it seems crazy, but I'll probably take two to work and share with my coworkers if they're watching this. They're going to love it. It's so delicious. And my husband will have some in the fridge if he wants to take a meatloaf sandwich with him or he wants to eat a meatloaf sandwich. Moist is, we're going to take 2 pieces of aluminum foil and we are going to cover our meatloaf. We're going to let the steam inside of the aluminum foil help with the cooking process of this. Not too tight, just, you know, just cover it up. I'll show you right now. Everything's covered up. There we go. I'm going to show you. Let's check it out. See, so it's nice and covered. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put it in a 350 degrees preheated oven for about 45 minutes, and I'm going to uncover for about another 5 or 10, and you guys, we'll have our instant mashed potatoes, which are a cinch, which, I mean, super easy. I'll probably use a steam bag of the Normandy blend vegetables today because it's always good to have your veggies. And first and foremost, if you have kids, they're going to love the fact that they get their own little personal meatloaf. So it's fun as well. And it makes them really feel good. Yum, yum, yum. You don't want to miss this. Stay with me, you guys. I will be back. I'm back for a minute, and our meatloaf is out of the oven. Oh my God, it smells so good in here. These actually look like the most delicious mini footballs you've ever seen. Let me show you. Let me just show you. Look at that. Look at that, you guys. You don't want to miss this, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm back at the stove. I have my roux. I have a tablespoon of flour. I have a tablespoon of butter. I have a teaspoon of chicken base powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of onion powder. And I want to show you guys something really quick. I don't want my roux to burn, but I want to show you something really quick. Look at this, you guys. Look at all those drippings using the rack. Oh my God. What a yummy gravy we're going to make. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let me lower my... So remember, the way you know how your roux is done, when you're using flour, when you're making a roux, is when you do not smell... When you don't smell the flour anymore, that means it's cooked. You don't want to pour anything, when you're creating a roux, you don't want to pour anything if you still smell flour. You don't want uncooked flour in your gravy. So pouring 1.5 cups of water in our roux to create our gravy. I'm definitely going to give you a close-up of this, you guys. Oh my God. So once that's done, nice and smooth, I'm going to start pouring my drippings in here. It's still kind of warm, this pan, but that's okay. You'll also notice, I'm going to lower this, you're also going to notice a few little pieces of your beef went through the rack, and that's fine. All that is just flavor. That's all that is flavor. Let's pour that in carefully. There we go. Carefully getting all that deliciousness. Oh my God, you don't want to miss any of this. This makes this gravy so delicious. All right, there we go. This is some easy traditional yum yum. You don't want to miss this. I will be right back. I'm back and I'm excited. I can't wait to try this. Oh my God. Who said traditional wasn't yum yum? I beg to differ on whoever thinks it's not. Tradition is delicious. So let's grab some of our mashed potatoes on our plate. Oh my God. This is insane. So now we're going to make a little well in the middle. Put a little well in the middle of your mashed potatoes so we can pour our gravy and it looks pretty. And that way our gravy does not go all over our plate. A little well. See that? Little well? Look at that. Your own little individual meatloaf. Wow. I love it. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, smells good. Take a deep breath. This is hot, you guys. Oh my God, this is hot, and gravy, oh my God, so good. All right, so I'm gonna grab a little piece of my meatloaf. which is beautiful. Oh, my mouth is watering. Look how juicy this meatloaf is, you guys. Look at how juicy that is. I like my meatloaf. We like our meatloaf medium, meaning a little pink inside. You can cook it longer in the oven if you'd like, but we like it medium. I'm gonna grab a little bit of mashed potatoes, and then we'll try the veggie next, because that's, well, yeah, that's too much. You can't do so much. Well, no. Here's a baby cauliflower right there. So I'm gonna try this. This is hot, you guys. Oh, this is hot and so traditional. So old school. Here we go. Oh my God. Guys, oh, that meat is so juicy. And those instant mashed potatoes are so creamy. And the gravy with those drippings that tastes just like the meatloaf. Then the freshness of those veggies come in. So simple. Small little, small little pat of butter, a pinch of salt, pepper, that's it. And it just makes it all, oh my God, it's so delicious, you guys. There's only one problem though. I always need to try it again just to make sure. Let me just double check. Hold on. To make, everybody knows me already, so. Alright, here we go. Yum, yum, yum. Oh my God. You guys, you can taste the garlic. You can taste all the seasonings I put in there. Oh my God, it's so delicious. My husband is going to absolutely love this. And remember, this is episode number 30, and that was my goal when I started my YouTube channel. So yay me, I have 30 videos. I'm so excited. And as I always say, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you haven't, feel free to subscribe, but don't forget the notification bell. That'll notify you every time I have a new video. And as always, you guys, au revoir. I love you. Los quiero. And until the next great episode of Stovetop Yum Yum, I will be back, and I will see you then. Take care. Bye.